Coach Brock "The Rock" Henderson had been terrorizing Lincoln High's gymnasium for 15 years with the subtlety of a freight train and the grace of a cafeteria food fight. At 6'4", with hands like baseball mitts and a voice that could wake the dead 3 counties over, he was the kind of PE teacher who made students fake sick notes just to avoid climbing the dreaded rope of doom. "Move IT! Move IT! Move it!" He bellowed that fateful Tuesday morning, his trademark whistle dangling from a chain around his thick neck like some sort of sonic weapon. "My grandmother could do jumping jacks faster than you maggots, and she's been dead for 10 years. The whistle, a peculiar brass antique he'd found at a yard sale, had always been his most prized possession. What Brock didn't know was that it had once belonged to Madame Zeldin's traveling circus of wonders, specifically to a very disgruntled trapeze artist who, had some choice words with the circus' resident, which before his untimely demise involving a poorly timed triple somersault. As Brock raised the whistle to his lips to blast another soul-crushing tweet at Jeremy Morrison, who was attempting to hide behind the basketball hoop, something extraordinary happened. The whistle began to glow with an otherworldly shimmer, like someone had dipped it in glitter and nuclear waste. "What?" the Brock started, but the whistle had other plans. It let out a sound that wasn't quite a whistle, wasn't quite a song, and definitely wasn't anything that should come from sporting equipment. It sounded like angels gargling mouthwash while riding a roller coaster backwards. The gymnasium filled with sparkles actual honest duganess sparkles as if a unicorn had exploded in a craft store. Brock felt a tingling sensation that started at his toes and worked its way up like the world's most aggressive case of pins and needles mixed with pop rocks and electricity. "Coach," squeaked Sarah Martinez, who had been in the middle of what could generously be called an attempt at a sit-up.
"Coach, you're glowing."
Brock looked down at his hands, which were indeed glowing like he'd been dipped in radioactive highlighter ink. But more concerning was the fact that his hands were shrinking. His massive, knuckle-dragging mitts were becoming delicate, feminine. "What is happening to me?" he roared, though his voice cracked halfway through like a 13-year-old boy asking someone to prom. The transformation accelerated with all the subtlety of a marching band in a library. His military-style buzz cut began growing out in luscious waves of chestnut brown that cascaded past his shoulders like something from a shampoo commercial. His steel-toed combat boots morphed into sensible aqua shoes. His whistle-adorned lanyard transformed into a stylish pool deck ensemble, complete with a Lincoln High swim team polo shirt that actually fit properly. Most dramatically, his body underwent changes that would make even the most experienced yoga instructor jealous. His linebacker shoulders narrowed to an elegant frame, his beer belly melted away faster than ice cream in July, and his face went from bouncer at a dive bar to could definitely be on the cover of Swimmer's Digest. The 23 students in his pay class stood frozen in various states of attempted physical fitness, mouths agape like a school of particularly shocked fish. Jenny Walsh, who had been mid-push-up, simply collapsed and stared. Marcus Thompson forgot he was holding a dodgeball and let it bounce off his head 3 times before noticing. "Oh my God," whispered the newly transformed coach in a voice that was decidedly not Brock Henderson's. It was melodious, confident, and had absolutely zero ability to strike fear into the heart of a slacking sophomore. "Oh my, I am Shianda." It was definitely a she now caught sight of herself in the gymnasium, mere wall, and nearly fainted. Staring back was a stunning brunette woman who looked like she could teach swimming lessons by day and model swimwear by night. Her hair fell in perfect beachy waves, her skin had a healthy glow that suggested plenty of time poolside, and her eyes had gone from intimidating brown to warm chocolate that suggests I actually care about your personal fitness goals. "Class dismissed," she squeaked, still getting used to her new vocal cords. The students didn't need to be told twice. They scattered like leaves in a hurricane, leaving behind a trail of dropped gym equipment and what would undoubtedly become the most shared social media story in Lincoln High history. Principal Martinez, Sarah's mom, coincidentally chose that exact moment to make her routine check on the pay department. She walked into the gymnasium expecting to find Coach Henderson bellowing about the importance of cardiovascular health, and instead found a gorgeous woman standing amid a pile of dodge balls, looking like she'd just seen a ghost. "Excuse me,"
Principal Martinez said, looking around in confusion.
I'm looking for Coach Henderson.
Have you seen him?
The woman who had been Coach Henderson just 5 minutes earlier opened her mouth, closed it, opened it again, and then did what any rational person would do in this situation. She pointed vaguely toward the pool area and said, "I think he went that way, and you are." She paused, her mind racing. "Coach? Brooke. Henley? The new swim coach. Very new. Like just started this minute new." Principal Martinez raised an eyebrow. "We don't have a swim program. We do now," Brooke said with newfound enthusiasm, surprising herself. "I mean, we should. The pool's just sitting there, not fulfilling its aquatic potential. Think of the children." As Principal Martinez left, muttering something about budget meetings and the mysterious disappearance of Coach Henderson, Brooke found herself drawn to the school's neglected pool. It was in rough shape, the kind of rough that suggested it had been used more for storing gym equipment than actual swimming. But as she stood there, she felt something she'd never experienced as Brock. Genuine enthusiasm for helping students discover their athletic potential, without the aid of intimidation, tactics, or volume-based motivation. Over the next few days, Brooke managed to convince the administration that Coach Henderson had transferred to another district very suddenly. Family emergency, couldn't give proper notice, and that she was his highly qualified replacement. Her credentials were impeccable, though they seemed to materialize from thin air whenever anyone asked about them. The swimming program launched to unexpected success. Students who had spent years hiding in bathroom stalls during pay were suddenly volunteering for extra pool time. Brooke's teaching method involved actual instruction, encouragement, and revolutionary concepts like patience and positive reinforcement. The whistle, now a delicate silver chain around her neck, had gone dormant, but sometimes, late at night, when she was closing up the pool facility, Brooke could swear she heard it humming softly, a contented sound, like it was pleased with the chaos it had created. And if she was being honest with herself, which was still a work in progress, she had to admit, this new life wasn't half bad. Sure, she missed being able to open pickle jars without assistance, but she'd never been happier or more fulfilled. Though she did keep a detailed list of students who still needed to learn proper backstroke technique. Old habits, after all, die hard.